Hey there, Tom here from Fibonaccis-Traders.com here with the daily market recap for December 6th. Let's hit the charts. SPY daily, as we said few videos ago, once price will hit this trend line, we will get trend reversal to the downside, and here we are. Now let's see if the 358 will hold. We have this gap here, so for now it's trend reversal to the downside until proven otherwise. This gap here, high probability, more than 80% probability that this gap will get filled. QQQ, same, hitting this trend line with a doji. As we said several days ago, watch out for a trend reversal, and now we are here at a 280 level. This 280, if we look left, is a very important level of support and resistance throughout 2022. If this one fails to hold, we will see this gap here at a 268 area will get filled, and we have this trend line here that needs to hold as well. IWM breaking down and under the short-term uptrend channel. Now this gap is filled. This gap here is closed. Let's see if IWM can bounce off the 178 back towards another test of this trend line. This trend line is the longer term downtrend line, which started over November 2021 to the penny of August 22, and now throughout November and December 22. Strong resistance. Trend lines are the true support and resistance for price action. 178 should hold, needs to hold, otherwise we have a double top scenario all the way to 172 area, and maybe even back to the 163, 164. Always follow price and use levels and trend lines to manage risk. Dow Jones 335 area is a strong short-term support. If this one fails to hold, the gap at the 330 area will get filled. VIX, as we identify this 1940 area, we said that once VIX will hit the 1940 area, most likely we will get a bounce back up, and here it is. Now let's see if this support area, which was support area, will it act now as resistance. If VIX continues to bounce all the way to the 24 and maybe even to the 26 area, we can expect SPY, QQQ, IWM and Dow Jones to go further below. Dollar index, short-term downtrend channel. We have this triple top to the downside, and now let's see if this downtrend channel can hold and send dollar index back to the 104 and maybe all the way to 102. Natural gas 530, as we said, this 530 is a very important support level for natural gas, because only by looking left we can see that since September 2021 it was support and resistance area, and now it's also a very important support level. If this one breaks down and under, we can assume with high probability that 4 and 3.5 areas will be next, but we have this gap here, so on the bullish side for natural gas, maybe we will see this gap getting filled, hitting the 6 123 area and then back down. XLE hitting, since it hit this trend line here to the downside, and as we posted, as I posted on Twitter and on Discord and in previous videos here, once 87.6 will break to the downside, we have all these levels all the way to this trend line over here. Apple, not surprising, trend reversal. Now 143 area is holding, and with high probability we can assume that this gap here at a 138 will get filled, and this trend line, this red trend line that holds the higher lows since earlier this year in June, needs to hold. Tesla, nothing new on Tesla, downtrend until proven otherwise. If we look on the longer term, we have lower highs and also here lower highs. We have the lower lows trend line, the white trend line. Now let's see which way Tesla goes. If Tesla breaks down and under this trend line here, with high probability Tesla, we use Fibonacci to tell us where Tesla might be headed, and it might head to the 153 and to the 136. Looking left, strong resistance that will come as support, and also the 136 and maybe even the 120. So always follow price and use trend lines and Fibonacci levels to try to identify with high probability where price might be headed next, because trading is a game of probabilities and we need something to tell us where price action might be headed with high probabilities. And this is why Fibonaccis-Traders.com use only trend lines and Fibonacci levels. Check the education playlist. I made several videos on trend lines, Fibonacci levels and price action, aka candlestick analysis. All the rest of indicators are lagging. Now NVDA breaking below this trend line, trying to hold above it. Let's see tomorrow and the rest of the week if NVIDIA can go back up above this trend line. Otherwise, we will see this gap here, the 142, 80% chance that this gap will get filled. Microsoft, once again, trend line, strong resistance. Now 241 is the level that we need to keep eye on as support. Failing to hold this gap at the 230, 229 area, 80% chance it will get filled. MJ still in uptrend channel. Let's see if we can get some kind of a bounce back up, or price will break down and under, and we take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, and we can assume that if price will break down and under this channel, 524 will be next. Facebook, Meta, as we said yesterday and in previous videos, we have a very similar price action here and here, and if price will go back under the blue trend line, we can assume, look at the similarity, price is acting almost the same. So let's see if we will get all this also back here. Amazon filling the gap, not surprising. More than 80% of all gaps are getting filled throughout time. So this gap got filled. Now looks like Amazon is going back to retest this trend line and making a new lower low, and this trend line goes all the way back to December of 2020, holding the lower lows, so it might also hit it again in the next few days. AMD, double top scenario, as we said previous videos and as posted on Twitter, double top scenario will validate below the 73 area, and here we are. Now let's see if this trend line, the short-term uptrend trend line that holds all these higher lows of October and November, will it hold, or will AMD break it down and under to close this small gap at the 60 to 80 area? So market is continuing to be every day a new high, new low, new volatility. Every day you need a clear strategy. Make your own strategy, make your own path, stop following others. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until the next one, do good things.